year class. So today we are going to start our second chapter, that is the chapter on corona research. Now, all of you are aware of the term corona, and it is nothing but ionization of the air in the vicinity, or to be more specific, in the ionization of air in contact with the transmission line conductors. Now, if we want to define corona, let us see. This is the more better definition. That is, corona is the formation of a faint luminous glow surrounding the conductor of an overhead transmission line operating at very high voltage. Now, we all know that when the field intensity around the conductor, I mean, in the case of power transmission, actually air is the main insulating material or insulating medium. Now, when the electric field in the air or around the conductor does not exceed the breakdown strength or dielectric strength of air, which is 30 kV peak per centimeter or 3000 kV per meter, then the air acts as a perfect insulating material. But when, due to some reason, the stress exceeds the dielectric strength of air, then air no longer acts as an insulating material. On the contrary, it gets ionized, and as a result, current flows. If air is ionized, then what really happens? Actually, due to ionization, some new charge particles are formed. These newly developed charge particles or newly formed charge particles actually support the flow of current through them. So under that condition, we cannot say the air is acting as insulating material, and this phenomenon, ionization of air due to higher magnitude of electric field on the conductor surface, is known as corona. Now, the corona is associated with 6 phenomena which are listed here. A faint violet glow appears around the conductor, which is visible in the dark. This is the first thing which is associated with corona. The second thing is telling you the second thing is a noise is heard, a hissing noise is heard, and this conductor also tends to vibrate. That is the third phenomena associated with corona. Fourth one is this: ozone and oxide of nitrogen are produced. That is, now all these 4 phenomena taken together can be called corona. And since ozone and oxide of nitrogen are produced, so in the vicinity or in the place where corona is being formed, a pungent smell is found. And since some sound is also heard, hissing sound is heard, so these are the two phenomena which gives you an indication that corona has formed. Because sometimes even after formation of corona, it may not be visible, but when these two phenomena, that is pungent smell and hissing sound, is heard, then you can say that corona has set in. 2 more phenomena are associated with corona. They are also very important. That is, there will be power loss associated with corona. Why there will be power loss associated why power loss is associated with corona, we shall discuss. And formation of corona creates radio interference. Now, basically, as we were talking about how corona is formed, we mentioned that formation of corona is nothing but ionization of air in uh, on the conductor surface, and due to ionization of air on the conductor surface, new charge particles are formed, and due to formation of new charge particles, actually these charge particles, they help flow of current. Now these currents would have been absent had there been no formation of corona. That is, due to formation of corona, in addition to the normal system current, some additional current also flows in the system, and that is the reason why additional current flows, which also causes some power loss, and this is the reason why additional power loss is associated with corona. And when corona forms, or when corona is formed, actually due to formation of corona, due to ionization of air, etc., etc., some high frequency oscillations actually sets in system. Though it is not a permanent feature, but when corona occurs, some high frequency oscillations are high frequency radiations are found to be occurring in the vicinity where corona sets in, and these high frequency radiations, they actually interfere with the radio waves, etc., which causes actually corona. I mean, which causes enough disturbances in your system. So these are the phenomena which are associated with corona. Just a minute, hold on, please. Class নিচ্ছি দেখছি now. Next, let us discuss formation of corona in slightly a different manner. Actually, formation of corona is due to ionization of air around the conductor under high field stress that we have already discussed. Now, at 20 degrees centigrade and 760 millimeter of mercury pressure, breakdown strength of air at STP, standard temperature and pressure, that is 20 degrees centigrade and 760 millimeter of mercury, is 30 kb peak per centimeter. Now, at any other temperature and pressure, it should be 30 into delta, where delta is air density correction factor. So, at STP, it is 30 kb peak per centimeter. At any other temperature, it will be 30 into delta kb peak per centimeter. And delta is expressed as 0.386 into P by 273 plus T, where P is the barometric pressure in millimeter of mercury and T is the temperature in degrees centigrade. So this you remember. Now, this is the thing. We consider an isolated conductor of radius r, and we know that, and it is the charge on the conductor, let the charge on the conductor be q coulomb. So electric field at a distance x from the conductor center can be expressed like this: E is equal to q by 2 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r into x. Now, as x decreases, obviously the electric field will increase, and the minimum value of x can be x is equal to r, that is on the conductor surface, and therefore the maximum electric field strength will occur on the conductor surface. Is that point clear?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, since the conductor surface has the maximum stress there, so the corona or ionization will start from the conductor surface, and that is why it is known as this when ionization starts from the conductor surface, it is called corona discharge. Now let us have a look on the corona current waveform, etc. Now this is the voltage, supply voltage. This is voltage and current versus time. I is missing here in the diagram, but it is VI on the y-axis, and along the vertical axis, both voltage and current, and x-axis or horizontal axis gives you the time. Now this one is the supply voltage, and the current. This is the normal current. This current is actually leading the voltage by 90 degree, because this is not the conduction current. If you consider the conduction current, then what will happen? Why it is leading the voltage by 90 degree? Can anybody tell me? Actually, this current is actually the charging current which is flowing through the capacitances formed between the transmission line and ground. It is not the current which is flowing through the load. On the contrary, it is the current which is flowing through the shunt capacitances formed between the formed between the transmission line conductors and earth. Set of capacitances formed between the transmission lines and earth. Do you agree that in your power systems, you must have read that?
Yes, sir.
So the currents flowing through those capacitances have been shown here, which will be obviously leading the voltage, since the current is purely capacitive. So it will be leading the voltage by 90 degree. Now, in addition to this current, you see there is a section which has been shown with the hatched lines, and this current, this is another current which sets in the system in either of the cycles due to formation of corona. Now these currents on either half cycle actually exist after a particular voltage is reached, when the magnitude of the voltage is such that the resulting electric field on the conductor surface exceeds the breakdown strength of air or ionized dielectric strength of air. Then ionization in air sets in, and due to formation of new charged particles, some additional current flows in the system, and those currents will be present in either of the cycle and have been shown in the diagram by the hatched lines. Now these hatched lines will this diagram and the section with hatched lines, they show the additional currents, and since in the system some additional current is set in, they will definitely cause some additional power loss. Now, there is another point. Next point is corona is a self-checking process. Now, this is important. Actually, what happens due to corona, since ionization takes place, and we may think of the situation as if we go back to this diagram, what happens? This is the conductor. if ionization takes place, then air just on the vicinity or in contact with the surface of the conductor gets ionized. Therefore, we can say that as if the live potential of the conductor is being transmitted to a distance which is equal to R plus delta R, since air has ionized. Is that point clear? Do you agree with that? Can we say that?
Yes, sir.
So if that happens, then we can say after the corona formation, as if the radius of the conductor has increased and it has become R plus delta. Therefore, the new value of electric field will be equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon 0 epsilon R into R plus delta R, which was previously Q by 2 pi epsilon 0 epsilon R into R. So, after formation of corona, we see that electric field on the conductor surface decreases slightly, since it will be now Q by 2 pi epsilon 0 epsilon R into R plus delta R, and since R plus delta R is greater than R, therefore the new value of electric field will be less than the earlier value when there was no corona formation. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, if corona is more severe, then the magnitude or the value of delta R will further increase, and the magnitude of E will further decrease. And if during this process the magnitude of E becomes less than the dielectric strength of air, then no further ionization will take place. And air being a self-restoring type of insulating material. What is self-restoring type of insulating material? An insulating material which regains its dielectric strength back after the cause for which the ionization took place is removed. Those insulating materials are called self-restoring type of insulating material. That is, in the case of air or some gases, when the applied voltage goes below a limit such that the dielectric strength gets reduced or is decreased or, or decreased so that the resulting dielectric strength is not equal to or more than the dielectric strength of that particular gaseous medium, then the ionized particles of that gaseous medium starts recombining, and after some time they gain their dielectric strength back. Such insulating materials are called self-restoring type of insulating material. So here in the case of corona, when corona sets in, we see that the resulting electric field on the conductor surface gets decreased, and when it is decreased to such an extent that the new value of the electric strength is less than the dielectric strength of air, then what really happens? Air starts recombining, and again the effect of corona is prohibited. This is the reason why it is called that the corona is a self-checking process. But that is, it checks itself. Is the point clear?
So can you please repeat, sir?
Now, when the ionization around the conductor surface takes place, we can think of the situation, or we can explain the whole thing in a manner that as if the radius of the conductor has increased because the air in contact with the conductor has ionized. So we can say that the radius of the conductor has it increased from R to delta R.
Yes, sir.
R to not R to delta R, R to R plus delta R. And the electric field before ionization was Q by 2 pi epsilon R. Now, after ionization, it will be Q by 2 pi epsilon R plus delta R. And since R plus delta R is greater than R, therefore the new value of electric field will be less than the previous value of electric field.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, with the formation of corona, we see that as the magnitude or severity of corona increases, delta R will also increase, and as a result, the resulting electric field on the conductor surface will gradually decrease, and it may so happen that it will go below the dielectric strength of air. And if it goes below the dielectric strength of air, there will be no further ionization. On the contrary, air being self-restoring type of insulating material, the charged particles or ionized charged particles will start recombining, and air, after some time, air will regain its dielectric strength back. Therefore, the effect of corona is actually checked. That is why it is called corona is a self-checking process. Is the point clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, next is disruptive critical voltage. Now, disruptive critical voltage is that voltage of conductor which causes breakdown of the air just on the conductor surface. This voltage is generally expressed in terms of kV RMS. Now, let us try to find out an expression for disruptive critical voltage. Now, for that, we consider a two-conductor single-phase line of A and B. These are the two conductors. The radius of the two conductors is R. The distance between their centers is actually D, and conductor A is having a plus Q amount of charge, plus Q coulomb amount of charge, and conductor B is having minus Q coulomb of charge. Now, since conductor A is having plus Q coulomb of charge and B is having minus Q coulomb of charge, in between the two conductors, just midway between the two conductors, there will be a place where the potential will be zero. Do you agree that?
Yes,
Could
sir.
you please repeat, sir?
Since conductor A is having plus Q amount of charge and conductor B is having minus Q amount of charge, so just midway between the two conductors, if we consider a point as it is shown in figure point N, what will be the potential at point N?
0.
It will be zero. Now, if we consider a plane through point N, that can be said to be plane of zero potential or neutral plane. Okay. Now we consider a point P at a distance x from the center of the conductor A, as shown in the figure. And we further assume that CAB is the capacitance between the two conductors, and Cn is the capacitance formed between conductor A and the neutral plane, and also between conductor B and the neutral plane. Now, CAB can be expressed as pi epsilon by ln d by r, standard expression. You must have studied this in your power system class. And Cn can be expressed as 2 pi epsilon by ln d by r. Is that okay? Farad per meter.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Therefore, now again, Q is equal to CV. Therefore, from the previous slide, we have seen that C is equal to this, CN is equal to this, and CAB is equal to this. Therefore, what we can write, Q is equal to CV, so 2 pi epsilon by ln d by r into V. Now, the stress at any point P we have shown in the last, in the last slide, at a distance x from the conductor A is given by, I am sorry, it is EA minus EB. The potential here at point P, it is EA minus EB. Now, EA is equal to, what is EA? It is Q by 2 pi epsilon x, and EB is equal to minus Q by 2 pi epsilon d minus x. Just look at the figure. EA will be equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon x, and EB will be minus Q by 2 pi epsilon d minus x. That is what has been written over here, kb per meter. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, E is equal to total E at point P is equal to EA minus EB, that is Q by 2 pi epsilon, if you take common, 1 by x plus 1 by d minus x. The potential gradient will be maximum at the conductor surface that we have seen. So, if we replace x by r, then it is Q by 2 pi epsilon within bracket 1 plus r plus 1 by d minus r. Now, normally this r d is very large compared to r, so we can write 1 by d minus r can be neglected compared to 1 by r, and the expression for Emax can be written as equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon r. So that is the maximum value of stress in this case. Is that okay? Is that okay? You tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Now, Emax is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon r. Now, substituting Q from the previous expression, Q is equal to CV, and we had here Q is equal to CV. Just a minute. Q is equal to CV, that is equal to 2 pi epsilon by ln d by r. And here again, Emax is equal to, we have seen in the previous slide that Q by 2 pi epsilon r. So Q is replaced by 2 pi epsilon V by ln d by r into 1 by 2 pi epsilon r, that is equal to V by r ln d by r, kb per meter. That is the maximum value of stress. Now, disruptive critical voltage can be calculated from this relationship. Now, Emax can be equal to, we know RMS value, disruptive critical voltage is normally expressed in terms of kVRMS. Now, we know the dielectric strength of air is 30 kV peak per centimeter. So, it will be 30 by root 2 kV peak per centimeter in RMS, and that should be multiplied by delta. We have seen that at STP it is 30 kV peak per centimeter. At any other temperature it is 30 into delta. Therefore, this expression V by R ln d by R should be equal to 30 by root 2 into delta. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in the next slide, note that in the left side of the equation, the voltage has to be expressed in kV and the distance in centimeters. Now, this is 30 by root 2, 21.1 into delta into why this R, ln, etc., is coming. Vd by R, ln d by R is equal to 21.1 delta. Therefore, Vd, disruptive critical voltage, is equal to 21.1 into delta into R, ln d by R, kV RMS to neutral. We consider the neutral plane. So, this is not the line voltage. This is the phase voltage. This is the voltage from line to neutral. So, this is the RMS value of the phase voltage, 21.1 into R into delta into ln d by R. Now, this is the expression for disruptive critical voltage, but for three-phase lines, the expression will remain same. The only difference is this. Here, if the conductors are arranged in a triangle like this, three-phase conductor, I mean the conductors in three phases, and the distance between them are d1, d2, and d3 respectively, then Q is equal to, I mean C is equal to Q by V or Q is equal to CV, the same expression holds, but only thing is this, here D is to be replaced by cube root of d1 into d2 into d3. Therefore, the remaining part of the expression, that is E is equal to V by ln d, R ln d by R, all these things, they remain unchanged. And final expression also remains unchanged, 21.1 into delta into ln d by R, kV RMS to neutral. Only thing is this, here D is equal to cube root of d1 into d2 into d3. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, it has been found that the disruptive critical voltage not only depends on the distance and radius of the conductor and air density, I mean the atmospheric condition, but also the surface condition of the conductor also influences the disruptive critical voltage. That is why a factor is normally introduced in the expression of disruptive critical voltage Vd, and this factor is normally expressed as or normally denoted by m suffix d, and the values of the value of this factor under different surface condition have been shown here. It is equal to 1 for polished surface, it is equal to 0.98 to 0.93 for roughened or withered surface, and it is equal to 0.87 to 0.8 for stranded conductor. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
These are empirical values, nothing to be worried about. We don't
Yes, sir.
have to prove this. Now, next we have to find out the expression for visual critical voltage or visual corona voltage. Disruptive critical voltage or disruptive corona voltage is that voltage at which the corona starts just on the conductor surface, but it is not the voltage at which the corona becomes visible. On the contrary, the visual critical voltage is that voltage normally denoted by V suffix V. It is that voltage at which the corona starts at a distance R into 1 plus 0.3 by root over of delta into R away from the center of the conductor. So I repeat, visual corona voltage VV is that voltage which causes breakdown of air at a distance R into 1 plus 0.3 by root over delta into R away from the center of the conductor. So, the expressions for visual corona voltage is slightly modified. We shall show that, and you see that Ex stress at a radial distance x is Ex is equal to q by 2 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r x, where q is the charge per unit length and equals to Cv. Obviously, q is equal to Cv. Now, q is equal to Cv is equal to, again, q is equal to voltage we have seen 2 pi epsilon C is equal to 2 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r into ln d by r. This we have seen some in previous slides into V. Is that expression okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then Ex, that is the electric field at a distance x, should be equal to V by x ln d by r. Substituting V by Vv and equating it 21.1 delta, that is the maximum value of stress in the case of air. So Vv by x ln d by r is equal to 21.1 into delta. Therefore, Vb will be equal to this one. Now here x should be, as it has been defined, what is visual corona voltage, that is it when the corona starts at a distance r into 1 plus 0.3 by delta into r away from the center of the conductor, then x should be, in the case of visual corona voltage, this r into 1 plus 0.3 by root over of delta into r. So this is the expression for visual corona voltage, and that is also expressed in kV RMS to neutral. But again, this is not the all. As in the case of disruptive critical voltage, we introduced some factor. Here also we have to introduce some factor that is again to take into account the surface conditions, and in this case it is denoted by m suffix v. So this is the factor which is introduced in the expression for corona voltage, visual corona voltage, I should say, and this value of this factor mv is like this: 1 for smooth conductor is equal to 0.93 to 1 for watts is equal to 0.72 for local corona for stranded conductor, 0.82 for decided corona for stranded conductor. Now again here, two things I must mention. That is, one is here MV has two values, 0.72 and 0.82, both for stranded conductors, but 0.72 is the value when the corona is local, and 0.82 is the value when the corona is decided. What is the difference between the two? Local corona means the corona is restricted to a particular place. It is localized. But decided corona is one when the corona is extended over the entire length of the conductor or through a long length of the conductor. So obviously, when the corona has to extend to a length, with long length of the over the conductor, it has to be, the voltage has to be more, and that is why the factor is greater. You see, it is 0.82, not 0.72. Now we have seen that corona causes power loss, and there is an empirical formula, Peake's formula for corona loss, and this is equal to Pc is equal to 242 by delta into F plus 25 into root over of R into D by into V minus Vd whole square into 10 to the power minus 5 kilowatt per kilometer per line. Now, these are the factors used in the expression. Delta is the air density correction factor, F is the frequency in hertz, R is the radius of the conductor in centimeter, D is the conductor spacing in centimeter, V is the RMS value of the voltage to neutral in kV, and if VD is the RMS value of the disruptive critical voltage in kV. So this is the relationship, and this relationship is used to find out the corona power loss. With this, we have come to the end of this chapter, almost the end of the chapter. Now I stop for 5 minutes. This is the radio interference. You just go through this. I'm coming after 5 minutes. Just gap for 5 minutes. So radio interference, you have, I think you have gone through the slide. Okay. Have you gone through the slides?
Yes, sir.
Now here there is a point that in the second point it has been mentioned that it has been found that the field intensity or voltage of a corona is gradually increased. The first regular sequences of discharge takes place during negative half cycle. Why this happens is beyond the scope of explanation of this present syllabus. Those who will study elective high voltage as elective, there in that syllabus it will be explained. This is not covered here, but you just accept here that this happens. And the last sentence, radio interference precedes the corona loss and more pronounced during rain. These are the observations about the radio interference, and there is a particular voltage at which when the conductor is operated, that is 500 microvolts per meter. If the conductor is operated below that, then the radio interference is not that effect of radio interference is not that pronounced, but radio interference it causes disturbance in the system in other other systems where the precise frequency is required. If in the case of formation of radio interference, those operations are actually affected. Next, we shall discuss at bundle conductors. Now, in the case of corona, we have seen that if we can increase the diameter of the conductor, then obviously the resulting electric field on the conductor surface will reduce and less corona loss will, less chance of formation of corona will be reduced. Therefore, if we use bundle conductors, then obviously the diameter of the conductor will increase and effect of corona will be less. Now, these are the advantages of bundle conductors. Since the effective surface area of the conductor increases, the field stress of the conductor surface decreases. In other words, higher disruptive voltage for corona is obtained with bundle conductors. Now, less corona loss and since using bundle conductors, the corona inception voltage will be higher. Therefore, the loss due to corona will also be reduced, and also the effect of radio interference will also be reduced. Now, also we know that in the case of bundle conductors, skin effect is less, and surge impedance is also less, which is equal to root over L by C, that we shall discuss in the next chapter. Surge impedance will also be reduced because in the case of bundle conductors, inductance is reduced compared to the capacitance. Again, the phase angle difference between sending end and receiving end voltage decreases. So, using bundle conductors, more power can be transmitted, because we know the expression for power transmission in the case of transmission lines is equal to ES into ER by X sine delta. Now, since if the value of delta becomes less, the between the receiving end and sending end voltage, more power can be sent during when we use bundle conductors. And the disadvantages of bundle conductors are like this. If you use bundle conductors in place of one, if you use two or more conductors bundle, then obviously system cost will increase. And since you are using more number of conductors, more charging current, each of the conductors will consume charging current. So charging currents will also increase due to increase in capacitance. So this is all about this chapter. We conclude this chapter today here with this, and today we stop here. Now you give me the date of next class.
So it can be the same. I mean, the next Saturday.
Next Saturday, same time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Same time.
Let me see. 17th. Now I made a mistake today scheduling the class because today there is election in some parts of our state. Actually, the violence marred elections are going on. But anyway, since elections are scheduled, actually, if classes are scheduled once again on 17th. 17th is also there is one phase of election. So if any student is supposed to cast his or her vote on that day, I cannot debar him or her from casting their vote by scheduling the class on that day. Now you just please confirm is there is any
Okay, sir.
chance.
We'll ask in group. If anyone has any problem, then we'll tell you.
Okay, and today after the class, I shall send you the notes on the entire class notes
Yes, I
in
said in
PDF
the
in PDF format because not much time is left. So I do not know whether the entire thing can be covered in the class or not. But anyway, we shall try as much as we can. But if there is a particular chapter, that is the chapter on cables, most of the I mean, the major things of that chapter, that is regarding cable, you have already studied, so that is more basically repetition. But anyway, since it is that there in the syllabus, you have to study. But anyway, other two chapters we shall try to definitely cover in the class. Whatever, the entire syllabus will be covered in the exam. So today itself, I shall send you the notes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you just please confirm me whether 17th is okay with you or not.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.